In talking about this first part of the story, creation, I point to Genesis 1 and 2 to show them how God made a good and beautiful world, perfect in its order and relationships. I describe how everything that God has made is reflective of his own goodness and beauty, and how, most of all, human beings made in his image reflect him. Then, going back to the brokenness that students experience, I show them how the fall began all of the strife that we see in the world today. Because Adam and Eve took matters into their own hands, wanting to rule their own lives, everything in all of creation is damaged and broken. Sin and death entered the world, and now nothing is left untouched. Most of all, human relationships with God have been affected. I then explained to students how God loved the world he had made and the people in it too much to leave it in this broken state. God has to judge sin, but he determined to take the full effects of sin upon himself. So he sent his one and only Son, Jesus, to bear the full weight of sin. As both fully God and fully human, Jesus lived the perfect life that all other human beings have failed to live. Then he went to the cross in our place to die the death we deserve to die. And he rose again to demonstrate that sin and death had been conquered forever. When we trust in what Jesus has done, we have new life and freedom in him. This is a free gift, not something we can earn ourselves. Finally, I explained that the story isn't finished yet. Jesus invites us to experience rest and freedom in him. But we still live with the tension that things in our world are not the way they're supposed to be. We are waiting for Jesus to come again to bring his full restoration to the world. And as we wait, he invites us to join him in bringing his kingdom to bear on every part of the world around us. If we are in Christ, we are part of the mission that is unfolding to restore the world around us. Lots of people try to do this on their own through advocacy or activism, creating organizations and different programs. But the gospel reminds us that without Jesus, we are just as broken as the world in which we live. So we need Jesus and all of his resources if we are to be a part of his life-saving mission. It's only as we are transformed to be more like him that we can help to transform the world. When he finally comes again, he will restore the world to the good and beautiful one that God created in the beginning.